1075 The Game Podcasting is sponsored by Modern Exterminating, a family-oriented company. Professional, honest, and dependable pest control solutions. We're your one-stop shop for all pests.
We agree that there are different forms of leadership.
Yes.
I do not ever mean to demean Lenore Sellers by not calling him a leader.
Okay.
Okay. By all accounts, as far as I know, Lenore Sellers is a leader in how he does things. And we've never heard of Lenore Sellers being in trouble off the field.
No.
Ever.
No.
By all accounts, body language and everything I've seen on the sideline, he appears to be a really good teammate.
Yeah,
I don't see him throwing temper tantrums, throwing his helmet.
At times where he could have been justified in doing so.
Right. Like, yeah, I've never seen him getting up, screaming at linemen. I've never seen him pointing fingers. However, that's a different type of leadership than what South Carolina needed. Mm-hmm. Demetrius Knight was not a highly thought-of recruit. He was a secondary transfer thought. Oh, okay, we got a guy who at once was a quarterback at Georgia Tech and played linebacker at Charlotte. No, he's fast. I mean, that was the scouting. That was the book on him.
That was it.
And I say all that because, yes, then Demetrius Knight became a guy, and Shane Beamer talked about this, that basically led a group into his office after they lost to Alabama and said, Coach, we're not doing this anymore. And that's a different kind of leader. We've all been around those people, whether it's in sports or in business, people who simply say, hop on my back, we're going to get this done. And no offense to Lenore Sellers, but Lenore Sellers doesn't strike me as, hop on my back, we're going to get this done. And quite frankly, neither does Dylan Stewart. And you don't have to be the best player. You have to play, I think, to have that.
Yep.
But you don't have to be the best player on your defense. DJ Swearinger was a really, really, really good player, obviously. He played on some really good defenses where he wasn't the best player. But DJ Swearinger had an attitude about him and a I'm going to make the play when it has to happen kind of attitude. South Carolina's had guys like that. And simply put, South Carolina didn't have that last year.
It was very evident to our guys at the end of the year that we were not quite where we need to be, and ultimately that's on me and where we got to be better as we go into 2026.
And as much as we got sick of hearing we're so close here last year, it brings up a good point because there's a difference between being 4-8 where you're regularly losing games by 25 or 30 points and being 4-8 where you found yourself in almost every single game going into the fourth quarter. As you mentioned, where when you go back and assess things in the offseason, say, okay, the margin here between winning and losing is pretty thin. How can we fix that? How can we close the gap? If you were getting blown out in every single game, then we're looking like, okay, you have to tear this thing down and start over. Like you're not that far away from where you need to be. How do you close those gaps becomes the question.
Nick Emmanwor right now has injured his ankle in practice, Tyler. And this is actually pretty significant. Barstool Sports, so the report coming from Ian Rappaport said safety Nick Emmanwor was limited in practice on Wednesday with an ankle injury that he suffered during practice. The rookie safety injured his ankle while defending a pass late. He walked off the field on his own shortly before 4 p.m. Several coaches and players went over to comfort him before he left. Mike McDonald, the head coach, said he had an ankle today. See, all coaches are doing that.
Yeah, he's got an ankle.
He had an ankle today. We brought him in to look at it, and we'll go from there and figure out what are the next steps. Barstool Sports put out a video of him arriving back at the hotel last night. He gets out of a Range Rover or something. He's not walking good. He's not on crutches, so there's that.
It's a pretty pronounced limp.
And he's walking by himself good, but you're watching him walk and you're thinking, you got to go play in a Super Bowl like this?
I was going to say, you'd almost think like, y'all couldn't have got him some crutches or somebody to kind of, if it was that pronounced of a limp, like, let's keep the pressure off.
And they're making him carry his bag, by the way.
Is there not a staffer or somebody that can kind of give him a little prop there to keep weight off that ankle? But yeah, that video is concerning heading into this weekend. Again, still got a couple of days to get healthy and all that kind of stuff, but definitely concerned for what his health and availability is going to be going into the weekend.